could just shout out, if I just go around in rows, just with the pairs, if you can give me one or two maximum things that you've discussed with your partner. So let's start down here. Do you want to just give me a couple of points? Whether it's about whether in Glasgow or elsewhere in Scotland.
The fact that we now have milder winter seasons,
Okay.
and especially in Glasgow, raining.
Milder seasons.
Milder seasons during winter and raining throughout all these seasons.
I guess just changing weather. There's so many seasons in one day.
That's an interesting way of putting it. Many seasons in one day. I'll need to remember that.
What is it in one day? What is it in one day?
It's 5 seasons.
5 seasons in one day. We were talking about climate change, right? And it's about what you think has changed in the weather in Glasgow. Has it changed much? Is it raining more? Is it raining less? Is it warmer? Is it colder? What do you think? More rain? More rain compared to when? Compared to last year or 2 years ago? Last year? Yeah. And what about 5 years ago? Okay. That's a valid point. What about the little ones down here? Do you have any answers from the little ones? You got some good things there. Come on, shout them out.
Most of them want it to be sunny.
They want it to be sunny. Yay. Where is the sun? Okay, what else did you find?
Hot.
You want it to be hot? Yeah. Or is it hot?
I want it to be sunny.
You want it to be sunny. What about someone else? What's the weather like here? Too wet?
It's raining.
It's raining. It's raining a lot. Now, I appreciate that you may not know or be aware of what's happening in Africa, but I'm assuming that you have some of your own knowledge, perhaps from your family and friends that are in your own countries. Have a little conversation about what you know about the climate in Africa and how you think it's changing. Just your own experience from your own. Perhaps you can give me some ideas. You can give me an example or a quote or something a family member has told you about what's happening in this country. Okay? What about the conversation you had over here about climate and Africa?
We're saying that we have like more extreme weather conditions, as well as, but it's not just the, and like the part where I come from, it's not just the natural aspect of that, but also the fact that oil explorations contribute to the damages that we experience to the environment. Okay. And so that affects the volume of water we have.
Okay.
And then that affects like farming, yes, because the times for which people do planting and harvesting tend to change, yes, because of the changing weather patterns, as well as because you have like in some places flooding, so people have to harvest quickly than they should normally be doing. And so all of those contribute, and those kind of contributions from both human and natural aspects of the climate change makes it a bit difficult to predict.
So the main thing I picked up there, what's flooding. In which country are you talking about? Which country?
I'm talking about Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay. Let's just put this flooding. Let's move along a little bit.
In Cameroon.
Uh-huh.
Cameroon, I think, is more wet
Okay.
and hot.
Is it wetter and hotter than it used to be?
Yes.
And do you have some stories from your family or friends?
My family told me now it's more weather, more hot and wet. So.
Ghana has some issues as a result of climate change.
Yep.
wet seasons has become, the monsoon storm is quite heavy,
Okay.
and there have been a number of flood issues over the past years.
Yeah.
Apart from that, along the coast too, there are places where there are serious coastal erosion as a result of sea rise, and a lot of sea defense will have to be built to protect coastal towns.
Yeah. If you have your own personal pledge, your own personal contribution that you think you can make a change to your environment, then the post-it notes are here. I've just provided a post-it note, and just write your own pledge. You don't have to put your name or anything, and just stick it on the tree. And I will take this back with me to university, and we will look at some of these pledges. But doing something like this just helps us to reflect a little bit as individuals on what we think we could actually do and spread the message to others.
A great event by African Challenge Scotland. It's great to see that they've actually taken the initiative to start talking about things like climate change and climate justice. It's such a huge issue, and it's not just affecting everybody here in Scotland, it affects everybody in the world. So to bring these global discussions to a forum like today, I think it's been a brilliant opportunity for people to get involved, to start thinking about what action they can take and about where they can put pressure, whether they can put pressure on government, whether they can put pressure on policies, whether they can put pressure on their own communities. But it's really good to see that African Challenge Scotland want to take action, which is brilliant.
I'm Professor Tahseen Jaffrey. I direct the Centre for Climate Justice at Glasgow Caledonian University. I just want to say that African Challenge Scotland is a truly inspirational organisation, and it's been an absolute pleasure and a delight for me to be able to contribute to this fantastic week of activity. This conversation we had today, a conversation about climate change and climate justice, really difficult global challenges ahead, but we had a wonderful audience here today. We had superb contributions from the youth of the local communities and from professionals in the area too. So it's been a huge pleasure to be able to facilitate this conversation, and what we're hoping is that to continue this conversation in the next weeks and years to come, and this is just the start of hopefully something much bigger and wider contribution to disseminating knowledge and information on climate justice.
Well, it's been great to be here today at this really engaging and interesting event on the challenges of climate change and how we move from the idea of climate change to the idea of climate justice. People here in Scotland and the West have contributed far more to carbon emissions than many other parts of the world, and yet it's places and parts of Africa and the poorer parts of the world that are feeling the impacts of climate change first and hardest. So I really congratulate African Challenge Scotland on putting this interesting and engaging event on, getting people really to think about how they can make a difference in their daily lives, and to Professor Jaffrey from Glasgow Caledonian University for leading such an interactive session. And it's a great way to kick off a week of really exciting events across the whole of the north of Glasgow, promoting integration, community engagement and fun for families of all ages and from all walks of life. So I wish African Challenge Scotland all the very best for the rest of its week of activities.